So I figured while it's night time, I'll answer a couple questions on this video. Oh, my voice broke. Puberty! No, kidding. I've gotten asked a couple times how to wire up the lights that are on my bike. Now, my dad was an still is an auto electrician, so he helped me out most. But basically, sorry, I'm dying. It's winter, but I'm roasting. Basically, it's run straight to the battery, it's fused, and it's just running twin core to waterproof LEDs, and then I think I've made them so that they're detachable, because the lights on this bike are under, ooh, that sounds good, are under each of the sides of the fairing, which I will show you for those who haven't seen. Well, those are the front LEDs. Yeah, those are the front LEDs. They're quite wonderful, especially when I'm driving. You can see the difference on the road. Now that's what I like about it. If we go, okay, you can see that front beam, and there's a tree there. Look at the road in front of me. I'll put the high beam on. Road in front of me. It's not the greatest. It's, you know, it's a single jet beam. That's the problem I have with this bike. It doesn't flail out, and when you're in the rain and you're riding and you're trying to see and it's scaring the shit out of you, or especially because some of the roads I ride are like logging roads, there's hidden stuff like right in front of you and it jumps out. A couple times I've gotten rabbits, possums, a rat, that was the scariest one, because my front of the bike washed out in front of me. I stamped my foot down and got the bike back up and kind of wore my brown pants for a bit. But these lights here they illuminate the front. And it also makes you more seen when you're riding. Sorry, I'm probably going to get kicked out of here. I got kicked out of here last time I was filming. Because, I mean, they left the gate open. It should be fine, alright? No, anyway, because the LEDs, they are not drawing much voltage, which is also another thing, because I don't want to run too much and fry the computer, fry the battery. I don't know, I'm not that smart with this electronical crap. I can do it, but at the end of the day, I will consult someone, a friend, the internet, my dad, you know, better to be safe than sorry. These lights are waterproof switched, mounted under the fairing. I do have to say these are also a big help, especially at night. It makes you more seen on the road. Now my bike is messy as hell, and I need to tighten the chain because it's new, and I need oil on it. Now I got pulled over actually, and the cops tested my chain. Like, my bike was like this. I didn't have the lights on, obviously. I'll get back to those. I'm sorry, I do this. And he goes, "Oh, your chain's too loose. I'm going to give you a ticket." And I'm like, "Actually, it's set up for my weight. If I sit on the bike, then test it, then you'll see that it's got tension." Well, that's not how it's supposed to be. And I said, "But if it's over-tightened when I'm not on it and then I'm on it, it's going to stretch the chain, or it's going to hook the front sprocket." "Oh, no, it'll never do that. I've ridden bikes my whole life. Da, 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 da." Cool, power to you, mate. What can I say? I sat on it and he tested it, and he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, da 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 da." Which, hey, you know, I nearly got a ticket for. But back to the lights. It makes you see more visible, should I say, for at night, especially when the roads aren't lit up. Some of the areas that I ride in, the roads are not lit up, and this just a little bit of extra light makes people go, "Oh, do I really want to hit that person, or do I really want to, you know, be more observant?" I have been pulled over. I will check your laws where you live. That is all I can say. For me, it's legal. It's perfectly legal to have blue lights that are not flashing, that are not front or rear facing. Oh look, ambulance. Due to the fact that red can only be at the back and white can only be the prominent white color at the front. Light color at the front. So you can have blue lights facing the front as long as they're aimed at the ground, and as long as white is the front, or white, sorry, is the prominent light. Light color, light bulb color, whatever. Yellow, you know, lights go yellow. Don't quote me on semantics. I know some of you will. I'll get wonderful messages about that, like I always do, which is nice. I was going to, in all honesty, I was going to run red LEDs down the back. Sorry. I was going to run red LEDs down the back of the bike, up in here, because there is a space for them, run it off the brake light, and then have it red, you know, with the brake light. But a mate did that on his bike. Now, I think it was a week later, it was stolen from his home. It was bolted, like, it was anchored to the ground with one of those floor anchors. Floor anchors? Floor bolts? Either way, I don't know what they're called. And it was with like a kryptonite chain. It was like an anti-brake chain. He had, oh, was it around I think it was around one of the bars. What they did was they cut the bar, because obviously the bar was weaker than the chain, cut the bar, and then drove the bike away. Now, where he had it, I think it was on, like, you know, a non-structural part of the bike, so they just cut it and rode away. Now, he found it, the police found it about 2 months later. His insurance paid it out. Luckily, he had insurance. People, get insurance, that's all I can say. It may suck, you may be broke, but if you're broke and your bike gets stolen, believe me, it is the worst feeling in the world. I have been there. Or especially when you're just about to put your insurance in and your bike gets totaled. And they're like, when did this accident happen? Oh, a day after I got my insurance? Oh, that doesn't sound legit. But yeah, he got paid out. They found his bike, and the people had taken it for a joyride. The whole front column was fucked. The barrel, the whole... They tried to turn it into a Street Fighter, I guess. Because the whole front was gone. Now, it was a Ninja, so I think it was 650 or 300. Sorry, it was a 300, brand new 2016. Like, it hadn't even done 1,000 Ks. He hadn't even worn it in. Boom, nicked. And they found it bent in half. No parts were stolen. Nothing. They got tired up. They got tired of it, I guess, and it looked like they'd smashed it with hammers and everything. The tank was all dented, and it was folded in half. And it was on like a shipping crate, a pallet, sorry, a ship, a lost cam, whatever you want to call it. So, you know, word of advice, if you're going to put... Great. Hope you guys can see that. Now the cops are going to show up. Oh, have an accident. Oh, have an accident. Oh, nearly had an accident. Anyway, now the cops are going to... all the smoke. Now the cops are going to go show up and ask if it was me. But I have evidence. Ha ha ha, camera. But be warned. Sorry, man, I drag these things out. I am so sorry. Be warned putting lights on your bike. Look up your bylaws. Look up your laws. Check with a motorbike cop. Check with your local police department. Please. I do not want another... Oh, you said it was legal, da 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 da. I don't live in India. I don't know the laws in India. I'm sorry. I may work with Indians, but unfortunately, they don't know the laws either. They're like, tell them it's legal, and I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. So just be wary, just be warned. These things can bite you in the ass. And obviously, you don't have them on at the whole time. You have a switch. Switch is your best friend. It'll save your life, because you can just flick it on, flick it off when you need to. Do not flick it on and off repetitively thinking that you are a cop to pass people. As tempting as it is, just don't. It's not worth it. Impersonating a police officer, I think that's what? $250,000 fine in the States? I don't know. Oh, someone whistled to me. Anyway, peace out, guys. I'm going to go. It is freezing. Like, subscribe, favorite, leave a comment, follow me on Instagram. You'll find out more updates, whether I sell this or not. I think I mentioned that in one of my other videos, or I'm going to mention it in one of my videos. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of this and probably get a cruiser again. You know, I didn't like the Harley, but I liked the cruiser kind of thing. That way I can chop it up and make a bobber. I had a bobber before, and I sold it because I was just like, ugh, bobber, you know, stolen. But now I've moved to a different area, so hopefully that won't happen. But anyway, guys, have a good night, have a good morning, peace out.